Today we're going to talk about fun with blocks or offsets, whichever one you use. It can be very mind-bogglingly complicated. You just got to take your time with it. One of the things I've done to set up for this is to set a bunch of offsets using these snap hubs or Hab Snap 4Ns. What I'm going to be doing is, aside from snapping these Nova cowlings to it, which I've done here, that's how I'm able to get it relatively smooth. But I want a little bit more in this nose rather than just a flat nose. And I've been thinking about how to do it. And I've experimented a little bit, and this is the way I think I've come up with doing it. We will use the friendly Avontech block, because that thing, although irritating to work with because of its small nature and many snaps, is great for coming up with some new ideas. Here's what I think I've worked out. If you need to build yourself some superstructure to attach something to, just, line them up, get them all snapped together, do a group select, and you can stick them someplace that might just work out for you. Now, of course, there you go. I think that's about where I want it. It has a tendency to snap to just about everything, making it a pain in the ass. But with a little care, you can do it. What I'm doing here is making an L shape so I can hang or suspend some things from it. Oops, come on. These guys are so little, sometimes they're hard to grab hold of. Okay, there we go. So it's almost literally like playing Minecraft, I guess. Come on. There's where we get into the kind of pain in the butt part. Come on. Happy. Let's see if we can get a better angle on this. Problem is it's trying to share a snap that's covered by one of these hubs. It'll do it. You just have to get at the right angle. There we go. I've got that. Let's see if it works. The thing I want to try is to use these Nova cowling pieces. Part of the problem is that let's show you an example of the problem. Kind of had it like that, and it's a pretty bluff nose, flat, not very exciting. I'm hoping to come up with a little bit more bite to it. So what I think I've done is, by using these offsets here, I can come out a little bit farther and make it stick out farther. Of course, let's get rid of that thing. Come on. Of course, the problem is these things are designed to match other things, and it can be, like, how are we going to get this to look good? And that's where we have to start thinking about overlaps. Okay, there we got something there. Not too bad. Let's get rid of this thing. Okay. Of course, we got a couple staggered pieces here. It does not look good. So we got to figure out how to make that look good. Let's get rid of this. And let's see. Yeah, I don't think we're going to need any of these. Let's go ahead and just pull those out. Try to save one so it's easier to access than using the menu. Okay. Notice that this cowling sits higher than this, and that's what we want. That's why I'm using all the snaps below and doing some crazy work trying to get it just at the right height. The reason we want that is because it'll meld in quite nicely if we've done it right. Like that. Now you've got a pleasing slope. You can almost ski off of it. Okay, let's do the same with this one. Okay, we've got those flat pieces, and let's try to attach to it. Instead of using these because they got lights all over them, we'll have to just pull them off right now. When they got some lights on them or some other structure, they won't flip. There's another thing we gotta get rid of right there. That's a Avontech equipment plate. Ooh, see that slope? It's starting to look good. Okay. Not bad. Can we work with it? That's a good question. It sticks up a little bit. I'm not a big fan of that part that sticks up, but we might have to live with it. Let's find out. Okay, we got to do something about the center. You could leave a big hole in there, and some people like tuning forks. I think tuning forks are awful. So let's see if we can get some more pieces and fill that in. The only problem that we have doing all this is we're rapidly increasing the part count, and the engine has to take care of all of that, decide what's going to be rendered and what is. So you go crazy like this, you can get yourself in trouble by making your ship buggy and unfun to work with. Notice how that's right in the center? Let's see, we're going to have a problem here. This here is not in the center. And probably to a snap below. There we go. That's better. There we go. We've made ourselves a bracket of sorts. Two. So let's try putting this back here. See what we. Okay. Now let's try putting one in the center. If we wanted to, we can go a seamless piece all the way across. If you don't mind the parts count. There you go. Okay, let's see if we can do the same here. Oh, we're going to be a little off here, and that's because we've built blocks here and we have not put blocks here. In fact, if we tried to put blocks here, it would kind of mess up everything. What can we do about that? Well, we can take advantage by using that empty space for something else. Or we could just not worry about it. Let's see what happens when we don't need to worry about it. You'll notice I did some offsets here, and those are made pretty much the same way. Somewhere down in this location, somewhere along here, it's offset by just a little bit, 2 of these blocks. Or you could use a Deimos Wing B. That'll also do it for you. Okay, let's see if we can make that disappear. Oh, look what we've done here. Because we've used up the only snap available, we'll have to go back. This is kind of advanced stuff. We're forcing it to share snaps. It will. Oh, we got a little tiny sticky out part. That might not be too bad. Do the same thing here. Okay, pull that out. Since that snap is available here, we should be able to use it. And there we go. Oops, I'm on the wrong part. I'm sorry. It's okay. We're going to want to use that anyway. Let's go ahead and do that. I don't really like the bump, but unless we want to go with some other type of cowling, or I could just go ahead and build some blocks here and try to bridge it just the way I'm doing here. We'll keep what we're doing. Maybe it'll work out. Right? Oh boy, I'm not liking that area. We got to come up with something for that. Let's see what we can do. Okay. We can either do that and have that little tiny piece stick out. Don't know. Or we might have to make use of some more of these blocks to try to lower it. I think we would do that later. Let's go ahead and just get this turkey plucked. Okay. There. It's looking a little bit better. I still want to bring this forward a bit. So how can we do that? Well, use one of these blocks. Or use two. Maybe one's enough. Let's try one. Doing it this way, where you don't have a plan, you're just kind of seeing what works, can be very time consuming. I spent hours getting this far the first time around. Kind of like that. We're going to have to find something to cover that up, though. There's a couple ways you can do it. Because we snaps sometimes, we leave that block right where it is. Let's see, here we go. Block is okay where it is. Let's see if we can do it. Yes. We've overlapped the pieces. We don't see anything weird going on. We just have this kind of extra bump here and here where they're not meeting. But that seems to work fine. Okay, we'll do the same thing over here. I think that was one piece. Okay. Okay. And again, we're going to be sharing snaps here. Sometimes you have to work at it. There you go. Yep, I'm still not very happy with that, and I think we're going to have to work on that later. But that's how you can get a nice slope. Okay, that's it.